Hey everybody, welcome back to my Project 13. Thanks for coming on by and checking out this update video on my OnePlus Open 7 days later. And I gotta tell you, at this point, unless I run into something crazy, the OnePlus Open is a thumbs up. OnePlus's first attempt in the foldable smartphone world. And it starts with that form factor, that design. Thin, tall, but not too tall. Wide, but not too wide. Supersedes the Z Fold 5 in design. And yes, it's pushed over to the side my Google Pixel Fold, which was my favorite design. And it's still one of my favorite designs out of the three. But if the Z Fold 5 got together with the Google Pixel Fold, this is their baby.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
This is perfect in design. Perfect height, perfect width, like having a regular smartphone in hand. In my opinion, design is a feature. Now you can argue and say it's not a feature, but I really think it is. As is color. I really feel when it comes to the smartphone world, design, form factor, color says a lot about a smartphone. With Oxygen OS over the top of Android 13, you're still going to get basically a stock Android experience. It's just going to behave a little bit different than what you would get on a Pixel smartphone. And it's going to look a little bit different. If you can get used to that, you're good to go. But where the OnePlus Open really shines is the inner display with the multitasking software that OnePlus gives you. It's amazing. It really, really is. So, you know what? Again, it's about what you want and what you don't want. Through my experience, this device has not given me any issues. And what it doesn't have, it doesn't matter to me, but it may matter to you. And I'll talk about that a little bit later. But I'll tell you this, it is one smooth, powerful powerhouse foldable. It really is. 16 gigs of RAM, 512 gigs of storage on board. That is amazing. I've already used about 125 gigs of that storage, which is crazy. You got a 4805 milliamp battery. You got the inner display, which is about 7.8 inches. And then you got a 6.3 inch cover display, which is a little dirty. So let me wipe it down because you know what? My OnePlus Open has got to look good on video. Okay, so bam, there we go. Say hello to Godzuki. Again, lots of storage, lots of RAM, fluid device. I'm having no issues when it comes to any hiccups. Using the cover display is phenomenally easy to utilize everything that you have to like on a regular smartphone. But when it comes to multitasking on this inner display, when in tablet mode, amazing, simply amazing. Multitasking is something that I don't do a lot, but I'm finding myself doing it more and more and more. So I'm learning as time goes on how to utilize everything that's on a foldable without just simply putting it to the side. And I would say to a lot of you that if you're going to bring in the foldable, take your time with it. Go through the journey and learn how to experience what you've had on a regular smartphone, but now what's on a foldable, because it just gives you so much more. I mean, visually, this display on the inside is phenomenal. Watching movies, videos, gorgeous. And it's just a great experience to be able to sit and watch movies and videos on a larger display. Speakers sound amazing. Pretty loud too. The cover display, 6.3 inches. Wow. I mean, again, this for me takes it when it comes to comparing it to the Google Pixel Fold and the Z Fold 5. But that's just my opinion. What I want to talk about next is the cameras. I'm hearing and reading information, whether it's YouTube videos or on the web, that the cameras, they're subpar. Well, in my opinion, they're not. Where the cameras are subpar is when you're shooting video. Stabilization needs a little work when it comes to shooting video. Let me get into the cameras. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you can see that we have 720p, 1080p, 4K, 30, and 60. So you're going to utilize that top row with that bottom row. When shooting video at night, I would suggest, whether you're in a car or you're walking or jogging, use ultra steady. The only thing with that is that you only get 1080p 60. You can't utilize any of the other settings when using ultra steady, but it really helps the stabilization in the dark. Everything is a little more noticeable in the dark, okay? So if you're having a backyard birthday party and you got those little night lights everywhere and you're going around shooting video of the birthday party, 1080p 60 is great. It could have been 1080 30, but it's 1080 60, which is awesome. Ultra steady really helps take stabilization to another level. Now the video is a little bit darker. It's working a little bit harder, but if you have enough light source in the environment that you're in, trust me, you'll be fine. During the day, not as noticeable as far as the stabilization not doing what it needs to do. Again, if you can see the difference than when you're utilizing ultra steady to when you're just using regular stabilization. So 4K 60 during the day, not as noticeable as when you're in the dark. Okay, but I would do some testing if you have your OnePlus open to test out those areas and see what you like and what you don't like, and see if ultra steady works for you. I'm just telling you, for me, ultra steady is something that I'm going to utilize during the day and especially at night, because I shoot a lot of night videos, especially during the early morning vlogs. So what I'm going to do is go over to my gallery app here, and I already have grid art ready to go. I utilize a collage app that I picked up over at the Play Store. I'll probably leave a link for that down below in the description area. In this video, this is one of the major areas I wanted to talk about, especially because of what I am seeing and reading over at YouTube and over on the web. It just frustrates me because I've watched some of these reviews and there's like, well, you know, they're good, but, you know, not compared to. Well, again, like I said at the beginning of the video, that's a subjective conversation. That's opinion based. It's what you want. When you're talking about the Z Fold 5 and the Google Pixel Fold, yeah, they're great foldables and they have really good cameras, picture quality, video quality, The OnePlus Open, I already said, needs some help with stabilization when it comes to video, shooting video, and that for right now, utilizing Ultra Steady is the way to go. Again, that's my opinion. But when it comes to the cameras, man, whether it's the front-facing camera or the rear cameras, I'm telling you, man, especially in the dark, I go out really early in the morning. I mean, I'm out at like 2:30 in the morning taking pictures before work. A lot of these areas are really dark, not well lit. So I'm trying to really test everything about not just the OnePlus Open, but the other two foldables. And that's what I'm giving you with these pick slideshows, these comparisons, and not a lot of people are watching them, and I really wish they would, because in the type of situation that I'm in, the environment that I'm in, and for what I'm getting from the OnePlus Open, it's a huge thumbs up. They're not just good, they're great. They're great in my opinion. So let me go to this one right here. Okay, so I'm gonna stretch that out a little bit. Now, when utilizing night mode on any of these foldables, the purpose of that is to bring a little more light in, right? Sensor stays open a little bit longer, that light comes in, and then the software, it does its magic, and then you get what you see here. What I like about the OnePlus Open is that it does give it a little extra light, but it still keeps it as natural as possible. And I'm going to tell you right now, this picture right here from the OnePlus Open, that's more of what that situation looked like in the environment that I was in when I took these pictures. These look great from the Google Pixel Fold and the Z Fold 5. There's nothing wrong with them. But if you're asking me which one looks more like the situation I was in, standing on the corner taking a picture of that wall with that graffiti, it's the OnePlus Open. And these are point and shoot pics. Let me go to another one here. Okay, so front facing camera. I love the way my face turned out here. The bokeh effect, everything there. And again, there's nothing wrong with any of the other pictures. It just depends on what you like, folks. I don't think there's any right or wrong here. I just don't like seeing and reading that the OnePlus Open is subpar. There's nothing subpar about that picture with the front-facing camera. I think that's a 32 megapixel front-facing camera, which does have 4K video, by the way. Now, in this pic comparison, what I did was turn off all the lights in my garage, except for the lights on my right and left, and I can choose whatever color I want with the bulbs. So it was really dark, and as you can see, the OnePlus Open, well, I put right there, very dark. You can see my face. And let's get to a close-up here of this one here. This was with the optical zoom. You got 3x on the OnePlus Open, 5x on the Pixel Fold, and you got 3x on the Z Fold 5. That picture right there, the color of that church, that's more of what it looks like. Okay, that's Mount St. Helens. And they look great at 10x zoom. Beautiful day. The only thing that I would have to say about the OnePlus Open and in this comparison is it's a little bit on the warmer side. I like what the sky looks like over here on the Z Fold 5. But again, to each their own. But when you zoom on in, you can see that the image of Mount St. Helens and the rest of the pic there, again, at 10x zoom, that's pretty far away, but it's pretty smooth. And as you go over to the Google Pixel Fold, there's a little more detail. Can you tell the difference? Well, that's how I'm seeing it, but you can let me know what you see. But if we jump over to the OnePlus Open, the details on the mountain, wow. Even that, I think that's a house there on the hill. The details, so much better. So even though I like the color of the sky on the Z Fold 5, if I had to choose one, I'm choosing the OnePlus Open. Oh, I wanted to show you this one here. Google Pixel Fold Z Fold 5. That area right there, I don't know how that came out to be that color of pink, but that's exactly what that door area looked like. Exactly. I think right here, the Google Pixel Fold gives a little bit of a brighter picture than the Z Fold 5 and the OnePlus Open. I'm seeing a little more detail of clarity on the Z Fold 5. You can see that. Okay, there's the Google Pixel Fold. And there's the OnePlus Open. Just look at all of that information there. But you tell me which shows a little more detail. This is one that is very, very close. There's not really a clear winner. And that's what I'm trying to say here. The OnePlus Fold really does great in competing with the other two foldables. So here's the thing. I don't typically add this type of information when it comes to update videos. All I know through my experience, when it comes to the cameras, shooting video is the weak spot. Quality of the video is really good. It can get better. It's the stabilization. And that's why I say utilize ultra steady. But when it comes to the cameras and taking pictures, whether it's from the rear or the front, I'm telling you, man, the OnePlus Open holds its own. It really, really does. Really quickly, I'll talk about battery life. Let me jump back into the gallery. I only have 2 screenshots because I haven't really dedicated myself to the SOT, the screen on time. All I know is that I've gotten through my days, and one of the days I did have to charge up late in the afternoon just because I was using the OnePlus Open a lot. I didn't take a screenshot of that. I got 2 screenshots. I got one that says 7 hours and 40 minutes, and here 6 hours and 4 minutes. So between 6 and 7 for everything that I do. I think the most intense area I put my phones through, all of my smartphones that I bring in, is creating content. As well, you have to create the content, then edit, and then process and upload. Once Power Director processes the video and it's ready to upload to YouTube, so I can get it out to all of you so you can watch what I've created, I'm going to watch some videos, maybe finish a movie or start a movie on my phone, because I had a lot of movies on my phone. Maybe listen to some music. What I'm trying to say is it's still being used, even while it's processing. Here's the thing. For me, it's about plugging in before I go to bed, unplugging in the morning, getting through my day, and then at night when I'm going to bed, plugging back in. If I have to plug in late in the afternoon to get through the rest of my day for 15, 20 minutes, fast charge. I get a lot of extra juice, and bam, that's it. That's it. Battery life is doing really, really well for me, and that's what matters. And that is, again, been saying this now for 8 years, is going to be different for you than it is going to be for me. So I think that's where I want to leave it. Overall, the OnePlus Open that I chose with the pleather here, the other one is emerald green. This here is really nice. It's got that really nice texture. It feels like leather. I love the camera hump and how huge it is. And yeah, I know some of you are going to say, well, What about wireless charging? What about an IP68 water and dust resistant? This is splash resistant. But yeah, there's going to be some negatives, and if it doesn't check the box, then you know what? Don't bring it in. This device has to be considered. It really does. Even with what it doesn't have. And that's all, folks. I'll have another update at some point in time. Don't know when, but yeah, I'm telling you, man, this is a workhorse. It's a powerhouse. The 8 Gen 2 kills it. 512 gigs of storage. It's amazing. And it's $100 less than the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 and the Google Pixel Fold. And OnePlus was giving some great deals. I don't know what those deals are like now or what the deals are like over at your carrier, whoever you're with. But look into it and see if you can do a trade-in. Try to get the best deal. You know, Black Friday's coming up for the holidays, and some companies have already started their Black Fridays, so you're going to see some deals. That's when you want to jump on this device if you are intrigued and it's something that you want to pick up. I don't know if I mentioned connectivity, T-Mobile for me. Great. Phone calls going in, coming out, texting going out, coming in, all that working great too as well. So no issues with connectivity, and that's great. Okay, now I'm done. Thanks for watching. God bless you all. Any questions, please leave that down below in the comment section. Peace. God bless.